Hey everybody, it's Marshall Monk here. This is my Girl Meets World Season 2, Episode 5 Room Rundown, Girl Meets Triangle. Oh my gosh, so much to talk about. We're going to talk about all that in a second. Just wanted to say, spoiler alert, there is going to be spoilers all through this video. But before I get to my video, I just wanted to say thank you to Elias Cullen for subscribing. I just saw that on my phone. And also, I can't remember your name that commented. I don't know if you're seeing this video. That commented on my Descendants video. It was like, okay, I have to look now because that would be weird. I have to look about what your name is. I'm sorry. I got to do this. Let me check real quick. I know it was in here. Icy Wolf. Icy Wolf. We're just going to call you Icy Wolf. Icy Wolf talked to me on my Descendants video, my confirmation between Ursula and Uma and all that stuff with China and McClane. I just wanted to announce that I am going to be doing more Descendants videos. I think I'm going to do some theory videos, maybe some speculation, some more rumors. I've heard a few things, so that's where I'm going to be doing some Descendants videos. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, that's the news I wanted to say. So let's get on to this review. So yes, Girl Meets Triangle was so good. There were some great things in here. Still some things I didn't love about this episode that I think Girl Meets World should definitely do, but this episode was really nice. There was a huge cliffhanger at the end. We'll talk about that as well, but let's get started with the episode. So this episode is pretty much starts off with the whole breakup Monday. I guess it's this thing where there's Friday night parties, you get into this relationship, and then Monday it's just the whole breakup thing. It makes sense. To me, it's kind of like how you feel about the weekend. You're like having the best time of your life, and it's like Monday back to the old grind. So it's kind of like that, except with relationships in high school. I guess that makes sense to me. I kind of want to see Maya, Riley, and Lucas, and like the whole gang, like Smackle, Farkle, Zay, all of them go to a Friday night party. I think that would be really different and really new. Maybe have Disney push the envelope a little bit for that episode, just because I want to see what they do with that adult-like situation. Not like adult situation, but adult-like. Just to see the show mature a little bit, because I think the show does need to mature a little bit. There was an episode, I can't remember which one it was, episode 2 or 3 or something like that, but I didn't like it. It got well, Girl Meets Jessica, that's an example. It was an episode that was just too immature. Like, it kind of had mature moments, but the promo made it look so immature, and so Girl Meets World Season 1 or 2. So I just did not want that. So I want the show to mature a lot more, and I feel like a party episode would be really interesting to see, and it would also make the characters mature up a little bit more. This one's pretty great, too. I actually love this episode quite a bit. So in this episode, Maya basically, you know, they're in art class, the new art class, which basically looks like the old art class. It looks like the set from the old art class that they just revamped. But anyway, they're in art class. The new art teacher was like talking about how find your influence, find your art influence. And so Maya kind of goes to this slump, and Riley sees that her hair is just like Riley, sees that her clothes are, so she really thinks that she's becoming Riley. And with Maya, it's get on the tables, dance on the tables, detention, all that craziness. Although, do you want Maya to keep doing that? I guess it's weird. It's a weird message. It's like, be yourself, but do bad things. I don't know. It just felt weird to me, but that's not really that big of a deal. But it was really fun to see that that Riley cared about Maya that much in this example. I mean, we know she cares about Maya, but it was really interesting to see this point of view. Like, you're turning into me, you need to be you need to be yourself. And that was really interesting to see, and I really liked it as well. It was spectacular, really. And Rowan Blanchard did an incredible job at selling that, and that's why I think that her experience as an actress has just gone through the roof through this show. It's so great. And also Sabrina Carpenter, to an extent as well, has really done a great job. She's also very experienced because of this show. So I think that that's really nice to see that work is going through, and to actually appreciate it. But I really like that. Now, before we talk about the rest of the story, let's go to the side story. So the side story, there was no Augie, there was no Ava. I am so glad. Both Augie and Ava are starting to get a little annoying to me, and I'm actually really sorry to say that to August Mataro and whoever plays Ava. I can't remember her name. She was on Sam and Cat, too. She guest starred on that show. But anyway, I'm sorry to say that to them, but it's just, they are getting a little annoying to me, and I think that they need to refresh. Like, do something at Augie's and Ava's school. Do something, like, in the park, or, like, do a different setting. Don't put it in the same, like, apartment with Topanga every single week. It just gets old. It just gets bad, and it's not because of Augie, like, it's not because of the actors in the storylines, it's because it's just the same. The writers just write repetitive storylines that don't feel great to me in that little apartment. I mean, I did do the 180 the really awesome turn of events with Ava's dad, right? That walked out on their mom, or is their mom that walked out on her dad? I can't remember for sure. But they did the really great parent situation with her being like Maya. So why can't we do more stories like that, but just get out of the apartment? Like, I feel like Topanga is a wasted character at this point because she's only in those side stories. I mean, even here, even when there is no side story, this story is kind of a side story, but it's not really. So even when there is no side story, she's still a side character, not doing anything different. And I feel like they need to really improve on that, or else no one's going to like the side story. I'm just saying it. I'm not liking the side stories. There was one. The one I liked was the first episode of Season 2 with Ava. That's it. All the other ones, no. I think they need to do something different. I think they just need to do something fresh. And they need to do something that will entertain people that are just tired of watching the same old thing. So what do you guys think about that? Comment down below. But it was really interesting to see Farkle, Zay, and Lucas together. I kind of want to see more scenes with them rather than Maya and Riley. Ship name, Riley and Maya. Raya. Anyway, I kind of want to see something different with them as well, getting more screen time. I know it's obviously girl meets world, but still, I want to see more of them, kind of do something different, right? You know what I mean? I think they should do an episode where instead of a side story, like don't do Corey or like Topanga. They can do them for like a few minutes, but mostly be like do a half and half, like where Maya and Riley is like a part of a story, and then the other three get like a huge like storyline for them, like something like that. I mean, they kind of had that this episode, but it wasn't anything great because they were talking about Maya and Riley. So I think they need to do something on their own, so that way it can still be interesting for them as well. Because again, they're starting to go into the side story territory, and I don't want that for them. They're starting to cross that line. I don't want that for Farkle, Lucas, and Zay, so I think that they need to kind of back up from that line. I think that's what they need to do with that as well. So just writers need to make sure that they keep going with them so they don't end up like Augie, Topanga, and Ava. So that's what they need to do for them. But anyway, it was really great for them talking about Maya and Riley, like, in terms of the jelly beans. That was really cool. I liked that a little bit. It wasn't anything too crazy, like I said, but it was still kind of nice. It was something, so I liked that as well. And then with Lucas coming in at the cliffhanger, being like, I've decided, I've made a decision, I bursted into the window, and no one was there, like, where is everybody? And they were off on their adventure. It feels like there's going to be a part 2. Oh my gosh, I just realized it. The part 2 is next week, but Maya and Riley are heading to Sean's. That's why I figured it out, guys. I've been out of it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I didn't figure it out earlier, but but anyway, I feel like Lucas will go after them. Like, I feel like Sean will call Corey, and then Lucas will be like, I'll take care of it, I'll go get them, and that's when he'll tell them. I feel like that's what they're going to do. Just thought of it, boom, that's what they need to do. I'm going to have something with Zay and Farkle. Zay and Farkle could get out of the school, too. They need to do something different. Like I said, there needs to be a lot of new locations. I don't like this, school and home. There need to be a lot of new locations that they can do that will make it interesting and different scenarios, right? That's what I think. I think that that's what they need to do. I mean, Disney's kind of shied away from that. Disney Channel has with the multiple locations thing. They're just doing, like, school and home. Like Liv and Maddie, or like, I don't know. Well, I guess Best Friends Forever don't do that because they time travel. And they do go to different places. I don't know. It just feels weird to me, but we'll see. But anyway, let's go back to the main story. So, Maya ends up saying, your hair is mine, your clothes are mine, like, what is going on with you, trying to figure it out. And the art teacher pulls away the painting, and it's the cat, the purple cat. It's like, oh my gosh, Maya, the purple cat, really? So I thought that was really great as well, and that was really fun to include. I think that Riley, the whole Riley and Maya thing, Maya becoming Riley, was really interesting. And that's why they're going to Sean to find herself, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one, though. Like, every time there's a problem with Maya, Sean's going to be involved. I don't know. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but it's like, I liked when Sean was dating Katie. Like, that was one episode where he's, she's like, you want to go out with me? And he's like, really? Why didn't they do anything with that? They just left it out in the cold. I don't know. I just feel like I'm confused. Why Sean needs to be involved to find Maya. I don't know, I don't like that. Maybe I'll like it when the episode gets here, but right now it's like, really? You don't need Sean to help complete your life. It's like not that big of a deal. Like, you're pushing that, writers. Okay, so let's talk about the things I did not like about this episode. The side stories, I mean, it wasn't involved in this episode, but it's like there. Topanga being like just a side character, even though there's not even a side story, but she's there. And then also, The show really pushes, the repetitiveness, like within an episode. For example, this episode, when Maya and Riley were talking in the bay window in that one scene, they went back to the bay window for another scene, and then it just kept going. It just kept repeating itself. There need to be different feels, I guess you could say. Like when when Rowan Blanchard did that whole, scene with Sabrina. You're Maya. You're the dance on the tables thing, and then they push it even further into the episode. It's like, guys, you don't need to push it in our faces. Like, you don't need to do a whole 6-minute scene and then do another 6-minute scene for us to get the point. You know what I mean? It just feels like it needs to be a little bit simpler. I don't know. It's just my opinion, but it needs to be a little bit simpler so that they can cut it down for something else. So they could do maybe more Farkle, Zay, and Lucas or something. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, they could do something different. And then they just kind of kept pushing that. So we don't need 12 minutes of the whole point, coming to us, right? You know what I mean? So I think they need to cut down a little bit on some of those scenes so that they can keep some different things in there. Because Girl Meets World has a horrible time with time management, trying to find out what things work and what don't. And then when you have the great things that you like the main storyline with what's going on, and then you have the horrible side stories, you want them to go away, and you want a little bit more time there. But then when you have the great side story, and your main story is kind of maybe, Girl Meets World Season 1, and then part of Season 2, then you cut some of those out and put that in there. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's just, they need to do some different time managing things, I guess. I don't know. But that's my review for Girl Meets Triangle. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Comment down below. Links are there to my other Girl Meets World videos. Links are there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and gaming channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.